where do you think the IT industry is going to and heading to, and what do you think is going to be the future there?
That's a difficult question to answer because it changes so frequently.
Good morning, Mid-Ohio Valley, and welcome to MOV with Mike.
Hi, I'm Michael Stoffel. I'm the Vice President of IT Services here at iTech, and I lead our Managed IT Services division.
Can you, for the audience, can you just define a little bit about what IT services are and then discuss the importance of having IT services?
IT services are supporting the IT needs of a small to mid-sized business.
How do people get hacked with ransomware? How does that happen?
Usually they've given their password to somebody, or they've fallen for a phishing email, or they've downloaded something bad on their computer. So we have a new type of attack which does not require any computer access. It's a direct cloud ransomware where attackers can encrypt things that are in your Google Drive or your SharePoint or Microsoft OneDrive, and they don't even need your computer now.
Wow, it's scary. And I mean, lately I've seen a lot of hacking in regards to, especially Facebook. People will say, hey, I've been hacked. Don't accept any friend requests from me. And then also, actually, it just happened to my own grandmother. She got hacked on her bank account, and someone who was predominantly from Microsoft called her and wanted her password and got into her password type thing. Those are other areas. Can you want to elaborate on that?
Sure. Microsoft will not call you. There's a very slim chance that Microsoft's going to call a residential user or even a small business user. So when you receive a phone call and they say they're from Microsoft, hang up the phone, and if you have an active relationship with Microsoft, then call the official Microsoft phone number. The people that call and say they're from Microsoft are not from Microsoft.
Sure.
So when you get an email from somebody, make sure that the email address is who you're expecting. The same with Facebook friend requests. A lot of people think that they've been hacked when their friends are getting requests from someone that looks like them, but anybody can go out and make a Facebook account and call it your first name and last name and then add people as friends. That doesn't mean that you've been hacked. That means that someone's impersonating you. And the best course of action for that is to report the account for impersonation.
Can you explain a little bit about what moving to the cloud is?
Well, the cloud is someone else's computer. So instead of having your data on your computer, you have your data on someone else's computer, which has benefits, but instead of being on your system where you completely control, now it's on a third-party system where they completely control. So you still have to rely on your backup for your cloud, because just because it's in the cloud doesn't mean that it's backed up. Those are separate. So you have to do that. There are cost benefits to not having to buy and maintain and upgrade your own infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why most people are moving to the cloud, is the infrastructure benefit of not having to maintain it, purchase it, upgrade it themselves. But for smaller businesses, it may not be cost efficient to move to the cloud. So we're seeing more of a hybrid setup,
okay,
where there still is the on-premise aspect and we have the cloud aspect, and we're kind of doing the best of both worlds.
Okay, great. Yeah. So not one solution fits all parties.
Right.
So it might be something where you have an on-premise, where you have a server in your closet, or it might be better to go to the cloud. It just depends on it. And really, we work with the clients to understand which is the best solution for them.
Correct. And in most situations, we're finding that hybrid cloud is the way to go right now.
So we hear a lot of, customers will say who have not used IT services or managed services in the past, saying, well, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I didn't need these services. What has changed in the world today that now that organizations are only needing these services?
I don't think that much has changed to make people suddenly need these services. I just think that people are more aware of cyber attacks and that can happen to businesses that are not huge businesses. So we're seeing small businesses, mid-sized businesses get hit with ransomware, business email compromise where someone's email gets breached and then they send out an email to all their contacts that have a phishing email or something weird in it. We're seeing a lot of smaller businesses, a lot of residential users start to get hit with these attacks.
Okay.
So it's not more need, it's that we have more awareness now.
How does AI play a part in IT services?
AI is really changing the way that IT works, and it is the next big thing that's happening to the technology industry. So it's changing the way that we work. Maybe we could have an AI like Microsoft's Copilot make a PowerPoint for us instead of having a person that sits down and does that. And then, of course, it can't completely do it. We have to make small changes to make sure that it's adjusted for our needs. But we can make PowerPoints with AI, and we can generate pictures, we can write web pages with AI, we can do programming with AI, but we're also seeing cyber attacks with AI. Bad guys are using artificial intelligence algorithms to attack businesses, which means now we are also using AI to do cyber defense and defend the assets. So it's completely changing the way that you think about cybersecurity as well.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you. I'll let you get back to protecting all your clients. And we'll go ahead and wrap it up. And again, I appreciate the time that everybody spent with M&M, MOV, and Mike. Have a great day. Joining us on MOV with Mike. And hit the subscribe button for your weekly updates on all things business and technology in the MOV.